All right, team, what you'll need to warm up today is a timer and a broomstick or an empty barbell if we're doing the snatches. If we're doing dumbbell or kettlebell variations, just grab a light dumbbell or kettlebell. So go grab that, come back, and I'll talk to you guys about your warm up. Part A for warm up, guys, we're looking at 5 minutes of cardio here. The name of the game is just getting our heart rate up. So it's going to be beautiful. Hey, go for a jog, run outside, or maybe hop on a bike, treadmill, rower, whatever you have. 5 minutes of cardio, nice and easy, building up the intensity. If that is not an option, even shuttle runs for instance, if that's not an option, you can do a 5-minute AMRAP of 20 high knees, 20 jumping jacks, 20 butt kicks, and 10 burpees. Just kind of moving for that 5 minutes. Like I said, just want to get your guys' heart rate up. So go hit pause, run through 5 minutes of a cardio warm-up, and then come back for the mobility stuff. Mobility work today, guys, I'll show you the 3 stretches I want you to focus on. Feel free to add any other ones if you are feeling tight in certain areas. First one you'll be doing is just a Samson stretch, stretching the front of the hip. We can also make this one a couch stretch, where we put our foot up on a bench or a couch, still focusing on getting our hips through here, opening up the front of the hip. So we'll do about a minute on each side, and then you're going to do a minute of our chest stretch, turning away, opening that up, and then a minute of a calf stretch on each side. So keeping that foot down and the knee nice and straight here, okay? So spend about a minute on at least those 3 stretches, and then come back and I'll take you through the next part. Next part of warm up, guys, a little bit of plyometric work just to warm up for our snatching. So it's going to be 3 sets of 5 reps of each one here. You're going to be doing 5 tall to short landings. So what that is feet under our hips, up on our toes, and then we're just going to drop as fast as we can where we bring our feet out and send the hips back. So you'll notice up on there, boom, fast. So my hips are going back when I land. I'm not absorbing with my knees, okay? So 5 of those. Then 5 vertical jumps, jumping as high as you can. And then 5 broad jumps, jumping out as far as you can. So 3 sets, 5 of each one. Run through that and I'll take us to the next part. Next part of warm-up, guys, this is a snatch-specific warm-up. You can do it with some light dumbbells or kettlebells, or in a broomstick or an empty bar, okay? So we're going to do 5 reps of each one here, and I'll run through this first set with you guys. So we're going to start with 5 deadlifts, okay? Snatch grip nice and wide. If we're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, we can just go 5 deadlifts. So we'll start with that. After those 5 reps, we're going to go 5 dip and shrug. So I'm going to dip down, my chest is up. I'm going to squeeze my glutes, and then shrug up. If we're using a dumbbell, same thing here, we'll just shrug up. So let's go 5 reps. After that, we're going to add the high pull. So it'll be the same movement, but now we're going to pull the bar up nice and close to our chest. 5 reps, same thing with a dumbbell, just doing a high pull. After that, we're going to go 5 muscle snatch. So if I'm going to hang, turning over, punching straight up. And same thing with that dumbbell too, guys. 5 muscle snatch. Now we're going to go 5 hang power, and then 5 power snatch from the mid shin. So we same thing with the dumbbell, we're just going hang power, and then we'll go from the ground to overhead. So we'll start with 5 hang power snatch. After those 5 from mid shin. Nice. All right, that should get our shoulders warmed up here. Your ollie lifting today, guys, is every 1 minute and 30 seconds for 6 total sets. You're gonna do 1 power snatch, so from the ground, Then you're gonna go one hang power snatch, so hang, and then an overhead squat. You guys can build in weight here as you feel is sufficient. But looking at technique overload here, okay? So in all of those movements, what you need to be thinking about is catching with our hips back. So what I see a lot of here is people catching their snatches either very straight, like a muscle snatch, not actually getting underneath that bar, or when they catch their snatch, they catch with their knees forward. This is not a good position. You're not going to lift much weight, and it's just not going to feel good. I want you guys thinking about catching with your hips back. So think you're actually going to squat it, you're getting underneath of it, we're just not dropping that full depth of the squat. So in every movement today, that's what you're focusing on. So you're only staying as light as you can that you can hit those points of performances, okay? So hips back on the power snatch, hips back on the hang power, and then on that overhead squat, and really focus on getting under the bar. When you're doing a 1 rep max power snatch, you're not going to catch it this high. You're going to be catching it way underneath it to stand it up. So practice that. Get used to getting under the bar, okay? So I want you guys to run through that. So take, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes here. Build up in your workout weight that you want to start at. And then, like I said, feel free to build throughout. But you're doing 1 set every 90 seconds for 6 rounds. All right, our workout today, 12-minute AMRAP, okay? We're gonna keep going for 12 minutes of 20 air squats, 15 toes to bar or a toe to kettlebell or toe to post like a candlestick, and then 10 alternating dumbbell clean and jerks. So what that means is we are switching each rep. So you're gonna be going from the ground to the shoulder to overhead, and then switching on the way down, ground to shoulder, overhead. Switching each time here, okay? If we don't have a dumbbell, we can do 10 jumping good mornings. So what that would be is we're gonna load up in the good morning position and then jump to get that hip extension. So 12 minutes on that clock, guys, 20 air squats, 15 candlesticks, 10 alternating dumbbell clean and jerks. When you're done that, come back and I'll talk to you guys about the accessory options today if you're interested. Now that that's done, guys, 2 options for accessory. First one is 5 sets of 15 seconds of work. So we're doing the bench press today or a floor press from the ground. So what you'd be looking at here is 15 seconds as fast as you can, then a 15-second hold at the top, and then 15 seconds as slow as you can. So 45 seconds for a set, resting about a minute, minute and a half between your sets, but 5 sets of that. Or option 2 is 10 sets of a 50-meter sprint, resting 2 minutes between each set. So you're running as fast as you can here for 50 meters. A long rest will really push the pace on that one. And then you guys are all done. Nice work.